here at Coltrane-Webb. This is my 10th year here. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. And you all know that you're in the best school, elementary school in the county, right? With your children. Very much so. I was just thinking this morning what I would say, and this is actually the first school that I've taught in this county, and I've taught 5 in this county, and rest assured your children are in the best place. So this program I put together because in years past the 4th graders did the tree lighting, and that was moved on to some other schools. So I thought, you know, I really want all of the grade levels to perform. And so I came up with this idea of doing North Carolina songs because they have a unit in their social studies where they're learning about the state. And so all the songs you will hear in this program are from North Carolina, about North Carolina, or the region. Okay? So 4th graders have been working very hard to do their best with all of these songs. And it is a very ambitious program. So let's go ahead and get it started. Let's hear it for our 4th graders here at Coltrane-Webb. Okay, so we have some speakers who are going to introduce each one of the songs. So I would like to introduce my microphone helpers to help those speakers sound the best they can. Cheryl Dar and Eli Farmer. Wave your hands, guys. And our first speaker is Noah Haberacker.
Hello and welcome to the Coltrane-Webb STEM 4th grade Songs from North Carolina concert. Our first song is the official state song of North Carolina. It was written in 1835 by William Gaston, and the music composed in 1926 by Mrs. E. Randolph. In 1927, it was adopted as the state song by the North Carolina General Assembly. It is called the Old North State.
Okay, this song has 5 verses, but we're not doing all 5. And to back me up, I looked online, and there are websites that have the words, but most of them only have the 1st and the 5th verse, okay? So this recording we're going to hear has a little pause in between verses, so keep your applause till the end of the 2nd verse. Thank you. millennials had ever heard that song before? 1, 2. Okay. Maybe we can YouTube it and everybody can get to know it, right? Okay. Our next speaker is Keely McDonald.
The Blue Ridge Mountains are a smaller section of the larger Appalachian mountain range. It gets its name from the color when seen from a distance. Trees release isoprene, which gives the bluish shades. Our next song is called My Home's Across the Blue Ridge Mountains.
We're going to add a couple of instruments to this, acoustic guitars, which are sort of a North Carolina instrument. You see them everywhere. So we have Penelope Seymour and Grace Smith on guitar. job, guitarists. Thank you. Our next speaker is Noah Houston.
important mode of transportation for people and various goods throughout our state. CSX, Amtrak, and Norfolk Southern are all companies that run on thousands of miles of tracks within North Carolina. Trains used to run on coal to power steam locomotives. Most trains now use diesel fuel. Listen to hear what type of train we will be traveling on. Our next song is called Freight Train.
How many people have been to Tweetsie Railroad? Okay, you know what kind of train then, right? Okay. Our next reader is a group of students. Okay, so let's get our microphone helpers up first. And our main reader is Isabella Sherman, and we have 4 students who are going to be sharing some knowledge with you, and that is Joy Nelson, Christopher Thagard, Haley Miller-McLeod, and Odie Mason.
In the past as well as today, young people have learned many important things from their parents and grandparents. Some interesting beliefs that may or may not be true told from individuals called old wives' tales. Here are some old wives' tales that came from North Carolina. To make cords disappear, steal someone's used dishcloth and bury it. If you're having nightmares, sleep with the Bible under your pillow and your nightmares will stop.
If you observe a full moon at night, you or someone in your family might get sick.
Well, that's not entirely true. It's not a full moon, it's a new moon on clouds. Say it. Because a lot of people would be sick. Last night, you guys feeling bad? Okay, one more time.
If you observe the new moon in clouds, you or someone in your family might get sick.
When combing your hair, do not let a bird steal a strand for its nest, or you will have headaches all summer. Grandma Gwen's idea was a little more simple. Girls sing, boys whistle. The next song is Grandma Gwent.
Good job, readers. And we showed Grandma Run at the end because the girls got to whistle. You know, in doing research for some of these songs, you come up with some pretty crazy stories, and this is a crazy story. This is actually a ghost story. So look it up with your children, it's a little crazy. So Grandma Grunt was actually a ghost. Our next reader is Andrew Beeler.
She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain is a song from Appalachian, written during the late 1800s. The three instruments you will hear are all original North Carolina folk instruments: the lap harp, dulcican, and mountain dulcimer. Earlier this year, we had a mountain dulcimer player come to our school and give the history of the instrument and a demonstration. Now they will play She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain.
So, our three players were chosen by me to represent these North Carolina instruments, and they are, on the lap harp, Zainab Sheikh, on the dulcican, Harmon Schluter, and on the mountain dulcimer, Aaron Eichard. this up in Blowing Rock, and it was invented by a man who makes these. They're also called canjos, depending on how you play it. So Harmon is going to play this as a dulcican, and notice the resonating chamber is a can of beans. Okay? Chili. So this is the daddy of them all, the mountain dulcimer, and the students got to hear a man who I know come and demonstrate all different kinds of mountain dulcimers. This is actually a student-sized version, and it has 4 strings instead of just 1, which the dulcican has. And so you'll hear a drone, and you'll hear the melody. And they use a noter, which you press down on to change the notes. Now, we could stop there, but since they're all doing it in the same key, let's put them together now and hear them play as a little trio. Okay? Hey, that might be the beginning of a budding career in lap harp, dulcican, and mountain dulcimer players. What do you think? Yeah, forget this STEM stuff. Engineers, we'll just be mountain dulcimer players. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, our next speaker is Molly McKinney.
There are small songs called ditties that groups of young people would get together and sing. Here are two of those little songs from North Carolina. They are called Phoebe and Poor Little Kitty Cat.
So, small groups of girls were chosen to do these songs. The first one, Phoebe, is going to be sung by, the solo for the first verse is Cindy Williams, accompanied by Kelsey Bryan, Simran Chinawala, Jocelyn Escorza, Jasmine Woods, Taylor Barnes, Isabel Ashley, and Zanaya Benjamin.
Phoebe in her petticoat, Phoebe in her gown, Phoebe in her petticoat, going down to town. Phoebe in her petticoat, Phoebe in her gown, Phoebe in her petticoat, going down to town.
And our second song, Poor Little Kitty Cat, the solo is going to be sung by Coral Hernandez Ramos, accompanied by Tegan McManus, Madison Strube, Ariana Powell, Crystal Busto Alvarez, Alexis Baxter, Wilhelmina Clemens, and Micah Parker.
Poor little kitty cat, poor little feather, poor little kitty cat, lost in the cellar. Sweet little kitty cat, sweet little feather, down in her summer bed, down in the cellar.
Guys. Wow, that kitty cat song got some of these guys going. All right, our next speaker is Camden Alberry.
The recorder is a wind instrument from Europe and made its way from Europe to North Carolina by immigrant settlers. We are learning how to play the recorder. This is a cool arrangement to Go Tell Aunt Rhody.
Okay, so this is the moment of truth where all of that wonderful recorder sound that sometimes emanates from your child is going to be put together into a musical song, actually. Okay. Great job. Okay. Okay, so we've come to our last song. And so I would like to thank you all for coming today. I know that some of you are headed off to work, and some of you, a lot of you might be back this afternoon. So thank you for being here to support your child and their music education. I would like to also remind you, most of you got the notes home, but this concert will be given again, and it will be downtown Concord. So we're taking our show on the road in front of the historic courthouse, and that's going to be after spring break, May the 8th, and we're going to do our concert at 11 o'clock. So those of you who want to walk with us, we'll leave here about 10:30. We'll get over there, we'll do our concert, and then the powers that be over there have invited us to come inside and see the art exhibit. So they'll be back probably around noon, and hey, maybe you can stay for lunch. I think lunch is in that time period. Okay? Please tell parents to wait for 5 minutes. Okay. So anyway, do you want to talk to them or just... Okay, good. Miss Lewis is going to talk to you afterward. I'm going to leave. I got a class to teach, and so I'm just going to back away slowly. Great. Okay, so our last speaker is Lucy Bobard.
Western North Carolina is where the highest mountains in the eastern United States are located. It covers about 11,000 square miles and includes such tourist attractions as the Blue Ridge Parkway, Mount Mitchell, Grandfather Mountain, Blowing Rock, Queetsy Railroad, Leonardville Cattle Fall, and the Biltmore House, to name a few. We will be traveling to the mountains to witness the beauty of the mountains of North Carolina. Thank you for being a great audience. Our last song is I Love the Mountains.
So we're going to have a little bit of fun with our last song, and I can envision the 4th grade students singing this song all the way to the mountains tomorrow and all the way back. I also remember this song because I was a Boy Scout. I made my Eagle Scout in Texas, and I remember singing this song around a campfire. Of course, in Texas we didn't have very many mountains, but it didn't matter. Okay, so here is I Love the Mountains. That was Mr. Cassidy. He was a little slow on the tape today.